A Hindu temple existed at the site of the Gyanvapi Masjid before it was constructed in the 17th century. A lawyer representing the plaintiffs in the Sringar Gori case said Thursday, quoting from Archaeological Survey of India's 800-page report that was handed over to both sides in compliance with a court order. While it's a boost to the Hindu side's claim that the Gyanvapi was built after the demolishing a temple of Adi Vishweswar, Mosque custodian Anjuman Intijamiya Masjid Joint Secretary SM Yassin said the Muslim side needed to go through the report before charting the way forward. Varanasi District Judge Ajay Krishna Vishweshwa, who is hearing the Sringar Gori case, had asked ASI on July 21 last year to do a scientific survey of the Gyanvapi premises and determine whether the mosque stood over a pre-existing structure. On Wednesday, the district judge ruled that both the Hindu and Muslim sides should get a copy of each of the reports that ASI submitted to a fast-track court of the Varanasi civil judge earlier in the day. The fast-track court is hearing the original Adi Vishweswar Gyanvapi title suit. PM Narendra Modi welcomed French President Emmanuel Macron in Jaipur on Thursday, hosting him on a in-depth bilateral meeting that saw the leaders discussing ways to further deepen cooperation in, among other things, defense, space, energy, and Indo-Pacific, while also focusing on global issues. After the meeting late in the evening, which followed a roadshow and a visit to Jaipur landmarks like Hawa Mahal, Jantar Mantar, Modi said Macron's presence at the Republic Day parade on Friday will be a matter of pride for India, and that is not only strengthen ties between the two nations but also added a significant chapter to their shared history of friendship and collaboration. In a post on X, Modi said he is happy that Macron began his visit from Jaipur in Rajasthan, a land with rich culture, heritage and talented people. India had invited Macron to attend the parade as its chief guest after US President Joe Biden declined India's invite. Former Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu, Telugu superstar and politician K. Chiranjeevi, social worker and founder of Sulabh International, Bindeshwar Pathak, actor Vijayantala Bali and Bharat Natyam exponent Padma Subramaniam are the 5 recipients of Padma Vibhushan this year. Global electronics giant Foxconn chief Young Liu, actors Mithun Chakraborty and late Vijaykant, besides music director Pyarelal Sharma, were among the 17 awarded Padma Bhushan. First woman Supreme Court judge and former Governor M. Fatima Bibi and singer Usha Uttup made it to the list of Padma Bhushan as well. Rohan Bopanna, the world number 1 doubles tennis player, art collector Kiran Nadar and former banker Kalpana Morparia were among those awarded Padma Shri. Awarding unsung heroes engaged in social sphere and working in areas such as climate medicine is evident in the year's selection as well. Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal said on Thursday that Delhi had a government inspired by 10 principles of Ram Rajya, among them free ration to the poor and shelter to the homeless, free electricity, water, education, health, bus travel for women and paid pilgrimages for the elderly. While saying that the consecration of the Ram Lala idol in Ayodhya on January 22 was a proud moment for the country, Kejriwal added, "While we have to worship Lord Ram, we also have to find inspiration in his life to emulate in our lives. Lord Ram never discriminated on the lines of caste and religion." Speaking at a Republic Day celebration organized by the state government at Chhatrisal Stadium, the CM also said they would try to take as many people as possible to Ayodhya in the coming days. Riding on open jeep, Kejriwal inspected the parade comprising Delhi Police, Home Guard, Delhi Fire Service, National Cadet Corps and Delhi Government School students. "We salute and pay homage to all freedom fighters," he said. The CM said that his government was drawing inspiration from the concept of Ram Rajya. "We have formulated a 10-point program of governance. First, no one should die of hunger, so we provide free rations to the poor. We also have constructed shelter for the homeless. I am not claiming that we have attained 100% of our goals, but we are trying," he said. Kejriwal said the second principle was equal and quality education. He praised the schools of Delhi and claimed that the rich were withdrawing their children from private schools and admitting them to government schools. The third principle under Ram Rajya was health for all, for which the government had boosted facilities in the state government hospitals and opened mohalla clinics. He said the fourth principle was 24-hour power, fifth access to drinking water, sixth respect to elders, while the seventh principle was safety and security for all people, the eighth being employment, ninth low inflation, and the 10th equal rights for all. For each principle, Kejriwal cited Delhi's achievements such as free electricity, free water, and paid pilgrimage scheme. We have to take India's economy to the $5 trillion mark, but if only one person has $4 trillion out of $5 trillion, then the whole country remains poor, he noted. Leader of the opposition in Delhi Assembly Ranveer Singh Bidhuri charged Kejriwal with inaccuracies in his Republic Day address. The Kejriwal administration is the most corrupt and ineffectual in the history of independent India. Bidhuri claimed this is mismanagement of night shelters, lack of hospital beds and medical equipment, and complaints of dirty water everywhere. Delhi's elderly are deprived of pension payments, and hardly anyone has gained employment in the state government's job fairs. A cop who was killed by a snatcher in West Delhi is among the 29 police officers honored with gallantry and service medals on the occasion of Republic Day. 9 officers will receive medals for gallantry, 3 were conferred with President's Medal for Distinguished Service, and 17 were awarded medals for meritorious service. Among other winners are 31 former and serving agency officers, including those who probed corruption in the coal allocation and Delhi excise policy case and the Nirav Modi case. Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena has granted special remission of various categories of prisoners undergoing sentence in the city's jail on the occasion of Republic Day. Officials said the days of remission would depend on the duration of sentence. It was, however, not known how many convicts would be eligible. The proposal was submitted by the Home Department of Delhi government, which was approved by LG officials. However, added that prisoners serving life imprisonment convicted for crimes against women, bounced check, and those given punishment under the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act, National Security Act, Official Secret Act, and Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act would not be granted remission. Linking rapid development of UP to the goal of India becoming a developed economy by 2047, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Thursday inaugurated a new industrial city in Greater Noida and underlined the transformative impact the upcoming Noida International Airport will have on Western UP, which he said was turning into one of the country's biggest employment center. The central government is building 4 new industrial smart cities in the country, cities that can compete with the world's best manufacturing and investment destinations. One of these smart cities is in Greater Noida, and today I have the privilege to inaugurating it, the PM said. Speaking in Bulandshahr, where the official program was organized, his second major public event in the state after the January 22 consecration ceremony of the Ram temple in Ayodhya. After the consecration of Ram Lala in Ayodhya, it is time to give new heights to the prestige of our nation. And if the goal is big, very resource has to be gathered, and everyone has to make an effort. Building a developed India is not possible without the rapid development of Uttar Pradesh. For this, we have to awaken every power from farms to knowledge, science, industry and enterprise, the PM said. The total worth of project the PM inaugurated was pegged at rupees 19,000 crore, among them a railway line connecting the eastern and western front corridors. Talking about the new industrial township, he said every basic facility required for daily life, business and industry has been developed here. Today the city is ready for investors from all over the world. Small, micro and cottage industries of Western UP will benefit from this. Our farmers and workers brethren will also be a big beneficiaries, and new possibilities for agriculture based industry will also emerge here. 8 companies, among them Hair and Foam, have so far invested in the township, which has been developed at a cost of rupees 1700 crore across 747 acre, and it's strategically located just 4 km from Parichok. A few hours after lunch of a party's campaign theme of 24 Lok Sabha polls, PM Narendra Modi, after lavish tribute to late BJP leader and former UP Chief Minister Kalyan Singh, whose government was dismissed for not stopping the demolition of Babri Masjid in 92. This reason gave us Kalyan Singh, who dedicated his life for Ramkaj and Rashtrkaj. Modi said at a rally in Bulandshahr in western UP, the home district of Singh, who helped BJP grow its appeal beyond upper caste. Expressing happiness that the country had fulfilled the dream of Singh and people like him in Ayodhya, the PM said, "We will have to gain further momentum to realize his dream of a strong nation and true social justice." Referring to a Pran Pratishtha ceremony in Ayodhya, the Prime Minister said it was time to take Rashtra Pratishtha to new heights. "We must embolden the path of Dev to Desh and Ram to Rashtra," Modi said, highlighting his government's resolve to transform India into a developed country by 2047. Arriving in Bulandshahr by road from Delhi due to bad weather, Modi clarified his intent in his first public rally from after Monday's Ramlala idol consecration in Ayodhya, refuting media claims that he was launching BJP's electoral campaign. "I don't need to sound the Paul Buggle. The people of this country do this for Modi," he added. The PM launched 46 development projects worth rupees 20,000 crore from Bulandshahr. The projects span sectors like rail, oil and gas, road and urban development. A concerned Congress on Thursday touched base with all the major partners in Bihar, including CM Nitish Kumar, to assure itself of the going in the state amid speculation that the JDU chief may flip again to the BJP camp. It was established direct top-level communications between Mamata Banerjee to placate the TMC chief after the announcement to go solo in the Lok Sabha polls. Sources said Congress chief Mallikarjun Kharge spoke to RJD boss Lalu Prasad, while AICC General Secretary KC Venugopal is said to have spoken to RJD higher apparent and Deputy Chief Minister Tejasvi Yadav. Nitish has not dismissed in public the speculation about his likely switch to the saffron fold. Sources said a Congress representative also spoke with Nitish. Though uncertain about the future, Congress sources said they were hopeful that JDU would stay on board despite the differences they have with the Grand Alliance and RJD. Things should be clearer on Friday, a source said. Indian Highways Management Company, the arm of NHAI dealing with toll-related matters, has barred Paytm Payment Bank from issuing fresh FASTags after an audit by the agency found that the entity was not complying with the parameters prescribed in the service level agreement. The entity has also been banned from taking up any new toll plazas that are part of the National Electronic Toll Collection, which covers the entire NH network. In a letter to the bank last Friday, IHMCL has also sought a response on why Paytm Payment Bank should not be penalized for a non-compliance. The decision will, however, not impact the bank's existing FASTags customers. Paytm is among the largest issuer of the electronic tolling tool. Paytm Payment Bank did not respond to queries sent on Thursday and sought more time to reply. NHAI officials said that some other entities that are under the radar and could face similar action in the coming weeks. The move comes after Reserve Bank of India has put a freeze on opening fresh saving account banks. IHMCL pointed out the decision to impose curbs followed an audit order by it in the wake of large number of customer complaints. During the audit, various complaints were received from the auditor that the bank did not cooperate with them in carrying out the audit, the agency said while describing this as a matter of concern. While there was hardly any time to firm up agreements that could be inked, Macron's acceptance of the invite is seen to be a reaffirmation of deep mutual trust and unwavering friendship underpinning Indo-French ties. According to diplomatic sources, the leaders look to finalize new initiatives under the Horizon 2047 roadmap that they agreed on during Modi's visit to Paris last year for Bastille Day. The leaders discussed regional global issues like the situation in Gaza and in Ukraine, while discussing efforts also to contribute to peace and security in the Indo-Pacific. The talks focused also on student mobility in light of Macron's announcement earlier that France will welcome 30,000 Indian students by 2030. This was the seventh bilateral meeting that Modi had with Macron in the past 13 months as India looks to conclude negotiations for procurement of Rafale marine fighter jets and Scorpion submarine. The leaders discussed cooperation in advanced platforms and technologies in the defense sector. France has looked to augment the Make in India initiative with transfer of advanced technology, and the DRDO last year opened an office in the Indian embassy in Paris for strengthening the technology cooperation. Modi also tweeted about their visit to Jantar Mantar. This UNESCO World Heritage Site stands as a testament to India's rich heritage in astronomy. It also symbolizes the blend of ancient wisdom and modern science, a shared value that both India and France appreciate, he added. PM Narendra Modi held a roadshow with French President Emmanuel Macron in Jaipur on Thursday, capping visit to the Rajasthan capital's icon monuments like Jantar Mantar and Hawa Mahal with the chief guest for Friday's Republic Day parade in New Delhi. The two were driven in an open-top vehicle from Jantar Mantar to Sanganeri Gate. Both stood chatting and waving at people. They got down in front of Hawa Mahal, admiring the lit-up 5-story monument with nearly thousands jharokas. There in the old city, Modi explained UPI digital payment system to Macron as the two had masala tea and visited a handicrafts shop where Modi gifted his guests a replica of Ayodhya's Ram Temple. The PM paid Rs 500 for the replica through UPI. Sahu Chaiwala, who has set up a temporary stall, accepted Rs 2 again digitally, a token payment for the tea. Earlier, Macron was received at Jaipur airport by Foreign Minister Jaishankar, CM Sharma and Governor Kalraj Misra. Ordinarily, one might have expected Diamond Jubilee of India as a republic to have been a grand affair, but run-up to India's 75th Republic Day has been overshadowed by Ram Mandir's inauguration in Ayodhya this week. There is an impression of two have been in competition: Hindu Republic with Ram as national icon on one hand and secular republic with the constitution as its icon on the other. This is mischaracterization. The constitution is entirely compatible with public celebration of a religious hero. In this wonderfully argued book, Matthew John writes, framers of constitution saw Indians in terms of communal identity, Hindu and Muslims as British had done. This did not mean they looked to further vociferous tendencies. To the contrary, they recognized Indian during the different and then consciously sought to level out the playing field. There was no puffs of dust which are characteristically associated with Indian pitches. Over Reggington in safety negotiating the final session of play, India put England's modest first day show with the bat in perspective. Ben Stokes' team could not fully cash in on the captain's decision to bat first after the Rajiv Gandhi's International Stadium. Their total of 246 now wears an anemic look given India's finished Thursday just 127 runs behind with 9 wickets in hand. Skipper Rohit Sharma perished to Jack Leach after an 80-run stand with opening partner Yashasvi Jaiswal in quick time. The latter took full toll to the listed England attack with an unbeaten 76 and looked good in the company of Shubman Gill. With all three of their reviews gone, the three-pronged spin attack of England faces an onerous task. The tone of the series has been set. with the seamer sending down less than 15 of the 88 overs bowled on the day. If it was 12 overs combined for Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Shiraz on the first day of the first test match of the 5 test series, it was just 2 overs from Mark Wood, which included an unsuccessful review of a caught behind verdict against Jaiswal. The giant fog layer over North India, which at times covers a 2500 km swathe from Lahore to Dhaka, has now persisted for more than a month. This makes it longest spell of large-scale fog, low cloud cover over the region since Delhi satellite data started being analyzed in 2014. Since satellites started being used to monitor fog, the previous longest spell in the region was recorded in the winter of 1920. It lasted roughly 3 weeks, from December 14 to January 2, Met officials said. The current spell has already lasted for around 32 days and is likely to persist for 3-4 days more as per forecast. This winter fog and low cloud coverage over the Indo-Gangetic plains started around December 24 in the western and covering Punjab and Haryana. It spread to Delhi, North Rajasthan and West UP by December 25 and gradually covered East UP in the next few days and Bihar by December 31. Thereafter it extended into parts of Bengal, Bangladesh and the northeast, said RK, senior IMD scientist who specializes in fog. This is a single spell of fog, low cloud since it has continued to cover a large area of North India every day since December 24. During this period, the fog layer has waxed and wanted in terms of the area under its coverage. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh on Thursday took everyone by surprise when he asked a girl student from the audience to come on the stage and deliver a speech on his behalf. Singh was addressing the third edition of Project Veer Gatha, a collaborative initiative of the Ministry of Defence and the Ministry of Education as part of Republic Day celebrations at DRDO Bhavan in Delhi. Singh asked Barnali Sahu, a girl from Odisha, to deliver his speech. Reading out the speech of Defence Minister, Barnali Sahu said that all factors are necessary to achieve the goal set by the PM of making India a developed nation by 2047, but the most important contribution will be made by children. These children will bear the responsibility of a developed nation on their shoulder. Children are the most important asset of building a developed nation. The wealth of this nation is Amrina Bano sitting here. The asset of this nation is Isha Sharma present here. The wealth of this nation is all children present here who will shape the future of this country in future, said Sahu. Sahu, a class 12 student of DAV Public School in Cuttack, said it was an unbelievable moment for her. I felt extremely proud for delivering a speech on behalf of the Defence Minister. It was a memorable moment, he said. Approximately 1 crore students from around 2 lakh schools actively took part in this initiative. Following the participation of a total 100 winners were chosen of the national level. The announcement of these winners were made on January 5. Union Home Minister Amit Shah revealed Thursday a 70% decline in total terrorism-related cases, an 81% reduction in civilian death and a 48% decrease in the death of security forces in J&K since the abrogation of Article 370 in August 2019. He attributed this positive trend to PM Narendra Modi's efforts to bring peace to the restive region. This shows that a new era of happiness and peace has begun in J&K, he said after launching an e-bus service in Jammu and overseeing the distribution of appointment letters for J&K Combined Examination 24 via video conferencing from New Delhi. He emphasized a significant improvement in the situation, nothing that organized stone-throwing protests had dropped from 2000 from this to zero. Shah credited the Modi government for this strict measure against terrorist financing, including the sealing and freezing of assets. Future historians will consider the Pran Pratishtha of ideal of Lord Shri Ram as a landmark in India's continued rediscovery of its civilizational heritage. President Draupadi Murmu said in her address to the nation on the eve of India's 75th Republic Day on Thursday. The President said Ram Temple stands as a grand edify that is an expression of people's faith and strength, testament to people's enormous trust in the judicial process. Murmu said India is in the early years of Amrit Kal, a golden period when the country can scale new heights and when every citizen's contribution will be crucial to achieving the collective goals. She also lauded the strides towards women empowerment, space research, sports, as well as in creating an economy that is in robust health. Referring to the passage of Women's Reservation Bill by Parliament, Murmu said the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam will prove to be a revolutionary tool for women's empowerment that will improve the process of governance, involving more women in matters of collective importance and putting administrative priorities more in tune with the needs of the masses. Calling India the mother of democracy, Murmu said Republic Day marks on the occasion to recall our foundational values and principles. Democracy implies diversity of culture, beliefs and practices. Celebrating diversity implies equality, which is upheld by justice. Freedom is what makes it all possible. The totality of these values and principles is what makes us Indian. Guided by a sagacity of B.R. Ambedkar, spirit of the Constitution imbued with these foundational values and principles has led us invariably on the path of social justice to put an end of all kinds of discrimination, she said. Apart from acknowledging that makers of the Indian Constitution, Murmu also paid tributes to Karpuri Thakur, for whom the government announced Bharat Ratna, referring to him as tireless champion of social justice. Russia and Ukraine traded accusations on Thursday over the crash of a military transport plane that Moscow said that carrying Ukrainian prisoners of war that was shot down by Kyiv forces, another heated episode in the information war that has been a feature of the conflict. Army Doctor Captain Anshuman Singh, who laid down his life after rescuing others during a fire near Siachen Glacier last July, is among the 6 soldiers to be awarded the Kirti Chakra, the country's second highest medal for gallantry during peacetime on Republic Day. The two others awarded Kirti Chakras posthumously are Havaldar Abdul Majid and Sipai Pawan Kumar, both of whom displayed exemplary bravery during several operations in J&K.